And welcome back, everybody. I'm Scott. Here are the bricks. Now let's go with the review. This week we're looking at 75347, the LEGO Star Wars TIE Bomber. Let's get into it. And here we have it, 75347 TIE Bomber from LEGO Star Wars. Now, TIE Bombers, this is, I think, the third time this has probably been created in a set, if I believe, because back in 2003 and I think 2005, we had some actual full-scale bombers. We don't get a lot of love for the TIE Bomber, besides some polybags. You don't see a lot. You see a lot more TIE fighters, and hell, we just got our new TIE Interceptor, realistically, besides the variations. But yes, this is a TIE Bomber straight from Empire Strikes Back, released this year for 2023 with 625 pieces and $65, almost $70, kind of pricey. I've bought this at Walmart for $52, but for those who want their VIP points, Target has it for $54 if you're willing to spend the extra $2. Both are actually a pretty damn good deal for this set. You do get 4 minifigures, and you do get 1 major play set, which we're going to jump straight into the lovely minifigures right now. And here we go. And here we have the minifigures for the set. So 4 are included with the TIE Bomber set. 3 of these are unique. 1 of these are the duplicate, and it is Darth Vader himself, the Big D Man. This is actually his first outing in this new print, but he is also included in the Emperor's Throne Room diorama, which is interesting enough. So if you want to get him, you will have to get either or. TIE Bomber, to me, is probably the better buy, but we'll get into that in more detail later. So anyway, I thought this Darth Vader was actually very close to the actual Vader's Castle one, which we're just going to squeeze these by. He's right here. So this is my Vader's Castle, I think from 2018, and it's very similar to actual design, the same way. You kind of get a slight helmet variation, maybe. Probably a little bit different. But it's the same kind of 2 helmet piece design, so you still have that with the mouth guard and the head guard piece. And then the only thing maybe different is some of the printing on the legs. Obviously, this one has arm printing, which is really awesome in my opinion. I think that's some good Ultimate Collector Series type shit right there. And he has, fantastically, just a more detailed version, or actually a smaller version of the arm pads, the shoulder pads on his shoulder gauntlet, whatever it's called. So that's kind of very different. But pretty much everything else is almost exactly the same a little bit. They do take away some of the ruffles, but I think it's interesting. You can kind of say that this is Return of the Jedi kind of version of Darth Vader, so they probably kept with that in the entire design of the figure itself from relations to the movie. I'm going to get rid of that one right there. And yes, he comes with his lightsaber, has the clouded frosted ones, which I don't really care for. And then you can take off his helmet like this in the 2-step process, which is still kind of cool. I'm still kind of wonky towards these. I actually just like the original ones. I still like the original Darth Vader helmet design, so I'm still kind of growing more comfortable with these. I do like the ability to take it off like that. It does look pretty dope for, you know, just aesthetically wise, it looks good. But yes, he has his printing on his face. It is old Anakin, so he will be his 40-year-old self, realistically. Has some more back printing on there, standard white. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's a pretty well detailed and printed figure for the set. Very, very, very impressive for the TIE Bomber. Like I said, he is included with this one. I didn't do a good job on his cape, though, I'll admit to that. He is included with this set, and if you want to get him again, you can get him in the Emperor's Throne Room diorama, but again, I prefer to use this set instead. Okay, let's go to the other 3, starting with the Gonk Droid. And the Gonk Droid here is a buildable figure. It has the Imperial printed bin piece, which is cool. You can see that in some other parts. And then he has that nice, I usually call that just like the gold bar piece, but they have that in dark bluish gray. He is a buildable, of course. You can take this off if you'd like to. I put some extra rounds of ammo in his back, because why not? And that's it. It's just a buildable Gonk Droid, which is always nice to have a Gonk Droid. And actually is my first Gonk Droid. And I cannot wait to add him to the collection of other astromech droids that I have in my minifigure collection. But that's it for him. And then our other one here is our wonderful TIE Fighter pilot. Now TIE Bomber pilot or just TIE pilot. 100% the same, and I have him over here, the same printing on the outside as this is the TIE Fighter Advance. 100% the same, nothing has changed. They both come with their blasters, but the only difference, what makes this one unique, is the heads. You do have your nougat color here for the skin type, and then he has his nice stern face, which I think this one is not. Oh yeah, that's right, it's the lady one with the darker nougat as well. And so that's what the TIE Fighter Advance, she stays over here. But the helmet and the printing, especially like the back printing and whatnot, are pretty much similar as before, so nothing really to talk about there. You just kind of change the head out. And the last one, which is actually kind of cool, surprise to me, I now, okay, disclaimer before I show her, I don't really keep up with the new EU information. I mean, it's probably the best time to do it because the books are all coming out and you can keep up with them. If you're younger like me or getting younger into Star Wars and you can't keep up with the old legends, there's just so much fucking shit that goes in that thing. Now is the time to really get into the new canon. But here's a character from the new canon. Drum roll. It is Vice Admiral Sloan. Now, she is from, the books, I think, and she makes appearances in some of the other expanded universe stuff. I believe she's in Star Wars Squadrons. I never beat the game. I honestly didn't like it, so I never beat it. But yes, this is Vice Admiral Sloan. This is wonderful. She becomes a Grand Admiral. She's in the Battle of Endor, if I remember correctly from the books, and she's actually pretty dope. I think you're supposed to see her in Mandalorian Season 3, but I don't think she shows up in the Shadow Council. But it is said that she is, or has her own Imperial Remnant, which is actually pretty awesome. And if I remember correctly, she's one of the core curators of the First Order later on. But I think this is actually kind of a fantastic minifigure because it's a character that you don't really see much of, but now we have her, and she's unique to the set. So the only chance of really getting her is right here. She might make an appearance later on, probably in Ahsoka or maybe later on in another series. So it's just nice to have her. I think it's a nice little piece for the collection, and she does have a hairpiece. She has her one printed face on there, I think. I do not think she has second. Yes, that's correct, which I really love it. She has this nice printed... I'm gonna get out of the shadow of that, sorry. Right, nice little printed outfit here for her Imperial Vice Admiral outfit. She has nice little curves there, which is fantastic. I always like to see that. With her belt, nothing else printing on the legs or the arms, just kind of keeping it basic. With the black hands, and they gave her 2 pistols, 2 blasters. I decided just to keep them like that. She doesn't have to, but you know, you can do what you want. But yes, she's fantastic. And that's pretty much it for the minifigures. Oh, one thing. And I'm going to quickly introduce this character to you. So this is a mock made by myself. I took the hairpiece off Sloan, slid it onto Darth Vader, and now we have Darth Padme, which I think is a nice alternate universe if it ever existed. I mean, does it not kind of look like her with the bun? I mean, if it was brown, it would be better, but doesn't it look Darth Vader like an old grandma? I mean, it fits. I think it's great. I think it's nice. I'm calling it Darth Padme, and I think this is how I'm actually going to go with the rest of the set and keep him in there, or keep her in there, sorry. But anyway, I'm going to stop wasting your time on this one, but it's a good mod idea. Okay, here we have it, the TIE Bomber. Now, first off, build-wise, it was actually not that bad. I always get kind of worried about these sets because when you have the wings, you have a lot of repetition, and it makes a very boring situation when building sets like these. So I was kind of worried about that, but it actually didn't turn out that boring indeed. It was actually okay. I really enjoyed building these ordnance pods, which is what Wikipedia has called them, so that's what I'm calling them. With Lego, it's kind of hard to get the tube-like design sometimes, but I think they did a very fantastic job of getting that tube-like look to them, and that's just fantastic. And this thing's got some weight to it. It's heavy. It's this very solid brick in the middle with 2 nice flimsy wings on the side. It's fantastic. It feels like it's 600 pieces just about combined all into one. So I'm very pleased with how this thing just feels. It feels sturdy. It's good. It probably can slam it. It won't break. The wings are attached via Technic pins as always. So it kind of still stays in the old design of TIE fighters, but that's nice. But yes, you have 2 ordnance pods. You have one for the ammunition for the bombing runs, and then you have the pilot one right here. I always thought there was 2 pilots for these things, but there are not. I guess I always thought that from Battlefront, because I always remember them having that, but I guess I didn't play the game enough. But you have the pilot cockpit right here, which if a big no-no I don't like is how flimsy this one kind of is. It's not really that tight. It moves, it's just kind of there. I think it kind of takes away from the ordnance pod's overall design because it's kind of gappy, which I kind of complain about, but other than that, it serves its purpose. Just have a printed piece for the window. You cannot look into the cockpit. You do have to open it up. And when you do, you just have a normal cockpit with some printed pieces on the side. Nothing spectacular. I guess you have some color differentiations right there, and you have a grill piece right there. Nothing much. He does simply, the pilot just slides on in there. There is no way for you to keep his ass firmly in the ground unless you put this right there, which, as you can tell, with the gun in hand, kind of hard to actually close it, so you do have to take the gun out a little bit and work around it, which is kind of annoying. I just kind of put it in there with it. But yeah, that's pretty much the cockpit and the first ordnance pod. The other ordnance pod includes the amazing play feature of the set, which is the dropping of the bomb. So I think this is kind of lazy, not my favorite thing, but they use the flick fire missiles, but you just push down on them like so. and it shits itself. That's it. That's all it does. That's how it does its bombing runs. I kind of wish it was a different mechanic. I'm not really a big fan of it. It just drops these ones right here for your bombs. I don't really care. I think that's been lazy. I do wish that was better designed for the play feature. But they do include two wonderful, and I probably lost those pieces, two wonderful shooting stud shooters right there for the translucent green, which is fantastic, even though you have two blasters right here. Fuck it. I guess that's the second gunner position it doesn't have. And on the bottom here, you have this thing, which I still don't know what it is. I kind of forgot it existed, but it's cool. I guess like a radar dish or something like that. Or maybe it's a camera for bombing. Who knows? I kind of wish it was able to go inside there, because you do have this gap. Oh, wait. It just kind of hangs out there loose like a skin tag, so that's pretty much all it does. And yeah, that's pretty much it for playability. It can swoosh very, very well, which is wonderful. And like I said, it's sturdy. It's good to play with. You can put one minifigure in there, and that's pretty much it for the TIE Bomber all around. A pretty solid set, I would have to say. The wings themselves have another printed piece right here for whatever that is. I guess like a fueling station or something. I don't know. It just has that on the side. But you do repeat these over and over again. 4 times the charm, so do prepare to use that, which is always nice for these kind of sets. It looks fine. It feels great. It is a wonderful TIE Bomber, which is fantastic because we've only had them in the classic blue and black, which is accurate, film accurate, but now that we have it in light bluish gray black, you have it to follow the rest of the motif of our other ones. People finally have TIE Bombers to put into their Imperial Navies. I do. I kind of want to get another one. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot. Quick shout out, but look how amazing that backside looks. Look how wonderful those engines look. It just looks almost perfect. And I'm just in love. I'm seriously in love with the backside of this TIE Bomber. This thing is beautiful. Okay. But that's pretty much all I can say about the TIE Bomber. It's not a bad Lego set all around. Let's go into the conclusions. Oh, I forgot to mention, you do have a cart, a supply cart that has 2 extra bombs in it, which doesn't really hold them that well. They can just kind of slide out. And you basically put, where is she? Vice Admiral Sloan on it, which she can just put right there. I don't know why she would be on a reloading cart, why they just wouldn't have like a deck officer or something like that come on here and do that for you, or like or an Imperial, like, you know, just normal Imperial Navy officer to do this or whatever, grunt, you know. But anyway, that's, yeah, they let her do this job, which is kind of weird, kind of unfitting, kind of not fitting for a Vice Admiral, so kind of strange. Pretty decent build. I don't really care for it. I guess it's cool if you have like a little diorama or a base, possibly, because then you can add that as a detail. But to me, it's just, again, it's just another piece I have to add to make sure everything's 100%, and it just goes into the bin of random shit that I have that come with the big sets. So yes, this is okay, I guess. It's all right. All right, conclusion time. We're really doing it this time. And all right, cool kids, this has been 75347, the Lego Star Wars TIE Bomber for Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. Isn't that fantastic? I think it's actually a really good build. Probably a little bit too expensive. Since it's on sale now, pick it up for $50. That's justifiable. I say this because for people who really want to build a Navy, kind of want more TIE Bombers, I kind of want a second one. I'm not really into army building, but I kind of want another one just so I can have another one. I think it looks better in pairs. This set was actually a pretty solid build. It's pretty sturdy, has a lot of playabilities, even if they are kind of lazy. I wish they would do the, remember the droid bombers back from like 2014? Remember when they had like the axle, the Technic axles you can pull and they drop the payloads? Dude, awesome. That's what should have been in this set, but anyway, playability is kind of lazy, but you can work with it, and it has some nice imagination to it. It's sturdy. It's wonderful. It looks great. It's fantastic, actually. Probably one of my favorite TIE Bombers ever released, and the minifigure selection is pretty solid. Go buy it. Buy it now, especially on sale. You will not regret this thing. I don't think it will be around long, and who knows when you're getting another TIE Bomber. This isn't a seal of approval by Scott, even if that matters or cares. Plus, you get a Vice Admiral Sloan figure. Probably not going to get that again. And a different Darth Vader if you want to get the Emperor's throne. If you care about the throne room, I don't give a shit. But anyway, oh, and a Gonk droid. So, this has been Scott. Those were the bricks, and that was the review, man. Thanks for watching, as always. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, please. And comment. Tell me what you think about the TIE Bomber. Is it a piece of shit? Do you like it? Do you want to get it? Because, you know, you should. I think you should. I think this is definitely a buy for 2023. And that's all I got to say about that. And as always, thanks.